morning, everyone, and welcome to Monday Coffee with Jexo, where we scan through the latest news and updates from across the Atlassian ecosystem. I'm Nikki from Jexo, and today I have a special guest with me, Jimmy, the Atlassian community leader, and he's going to be helping me to deliver the news. Jimmy also has his own YouTube channel where he posts great Atlassian tutorials and monthly roundups, so don't forget to check that out and subscribe.
Nikki, thank you for having me here. I really appreciate being involved in this. I've got my coffee right here and I'm ready to dive into the news.
Awesome. So I think you have a first topic. So what is that about?
Yeah, let's start talking about Halp. If you have not seen already, Halp is still something that Atlassian acquired a couple of years ago. They have renamed the Halp bot that's used for connecting Slack and MS Teams. It's now being called Atlassian Assist. That is a change that's already happened. So if you use the connector in Slack or MS Teams, you'll now see that it's still the same app. It's just gotten a facelift with a new logo and a new name. You can still use Halp. You are not being forced to use Jira Service Management in any way. If you have any more questions, go check out the article. There's a link at the bottom to ask them any additional questions you might have.
Oh, that's perfect. Is that something around the Team 22 as well? There are going to be some additional announcements.
They did say that there's going to be some more announcements about that, so we'll just have to wait and see what they have planned for it.
Yeah, let's see on the summit, I guess. Okay, so for the next up, I have a introduction of the new set of permissions that are arriving to the status page. Now you will have 3 new page level permissions that you can assign to your team further to break down who can do certain actions on the pages. So there is an incident manager permission that allows you to create and edit incidents and templates. Then there is a maintenance manager permission that allows you to create and edit maintenance messages. And finally, there is a page configuration permission, which lets you customize the pages and emails and edit metrics and subscribers and so on. So basically anything that's on that status page, they can edit. These more granular permissions will help you distribute the status page permissions a little bit better. So if you're interested, you can read about how to set them up in the community post and also ask the questions.
I'm not an avid user of Statuspage, but I love anything where they're giving more granular permissions. That just makes it, an admin's dream to have more granularity.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We do use Statuspage, but we are not large organizations, so we might not be necessarily in need of that, but I can see how that can be extremely useful, so people don't do mistakes with posting the messages, right?
Yeah. Moving over back to Halp again, there's now an early access program that has just launched for conversational ticketing. If you've been familiar with the fact that incident management powered by OpsGenie and forums powered by Proforma have come into Jira Service Management, conversational ticketing is now in early access, which is powered by Halp. I'm super excited about this. All you need to have is a paid Jira Service Management subscription, and just go to the article. There's a link where you can sign up and get involved in the early access. I know I've already talked to my management about getting a thumbs up on signing up for this. I can't wait to dive into this one.
Oh yeah, that's really exciting. I think this came up after the acquisition of Percept AI, if I'm not mistaken. That was a few weeks ago, and they were basically doing this AI chat and conversational analysis. So maybe that's these are these improvements that we are seeing now. So
it's possible. I know that I get a lot of requests coming in through Slack, so I'm curious to see if conversational ticketing is something that can help make the experience better for both me and the users that are asking questions.
Oh, absolutely. Okay, I have another roundup in the roundup. So this is the roundup of the events in the ecosystem. So this week there are 2 Atlassian organized events. There is a Team Tour Government, which is a 3 days event starting on 1st March. It's an online event where you can learn about migrations and how to use Atlassian tools for managing government teams. And the second one is the Ecosystem Support Product Team Talk Time for basically for marketplace partners to meet the team behind the marketplace support. So go check that out. There are also some partner organized events. We have this calendar where you can check out what's going on each day and also for upcoming weeks.
I really appreciate that you guys have added a calendar showing sort of everything. I think it's fantastic. There's so many things worth checking out, both Atlassian and partner-based. So yeah, definitely looking forward to taking a look at what's coming up this week. Moving on to the next thing, there is a focus work group that has been announced about the fact that the workflow editor for both team and company managed project is going to be merged into a single workflow editor.
Wow.
It is a private group, but there is a link that you can join it. I thought I needed to, but apparently I was already a part of that group. So they're going to be asking for feedback in there as far as what you think about having just a single editor for both of those. I don't know if you've used the team managed and the company managed ones, Nikki, but I know there are definitely some improvements they added to the team managed I'd love to see in the company managed one, as well as some flexibility in the company managed one that I'd love to see in the team managed one. So I'm looking forward to hearing what they're going to do with this single editor and how it's going to move forward.
Yeah, that's really interesting. I'm always a fan of merging the interfaces because it's a little bit simpler also for onboarding, and you're not as confused about setting up when you're used to just one interface. So although I'm not like a power user of the workflows, I think it's a really good idea to go this way. Anyways, now I have two community developer announcements, which are really important. So the first one is a deprecation notice of issue glance panels. So if you need to show the app information, like for example fields and so on in Jira issue, you can use glance panels. The glance panel then appears as a field on the right side of the issue detail. And if you would like to read the app related information or do some changes, you can click on the field and the panel opens and you can edit there. But based on the feedback, this probably wasn't the best user experience because you needed to always do an extra click every time you needed to interact with the app or even read the app related information. So now the glance panels will be replaced with app groups, allowing you to show the content immediately. You can expand and collab these groups as well. And there are some kind of preferences in place. So if you expand this group, it will stay expanded for this particular app for yourself. So it's a user specific. And the second announcement is about Forge and OAuth apps, which are getting a new scope mechanism with a new, more granular scopes to allow developers be more specific with the level of access their apps need. So this means that all scopes will become obsolete by August 23rd. And there are also some concerns about how smooth the transition to the new scopes will be to the end user. So you can follow the comment section to clarify any questions that you have.
That's really good to know. I know I have got a couple of Forge apps myself. I should go and see if that's going to be something I'm going to be affected by myself.
Oh, absolutely. You should definitely check that out.
So I guess we're coming to the last thing, which is Article of the Week. Now, I know, Nikki, this is usually your section, so I feel very honored that I get to do this one this week. If you remember, there was definitely mention of the contest running in the Teamwork Lab a couple of months ago about your best tips for teamwork in 2022. What we've got now is that aggregated article that Atlassian has written all about the best tips. So you're going to see an aggregation of everyone who had the top rated tips. I know both my tip and Nikki's are in there, as well as a number of other really awesome people in the online community. Go and check them out. If you missed the contest itself, these are sort of the best of the best as a result of that.
Yeah, the discussions under these topics which were posted on the community were really great. I quite enjoyed joining them and going through. Thanks, Jimmy. So is there anything else you would like to share with us before we close off?
Just if you don't mind me plugging my own content, tomorrow will be the final piece in the Setting Up Atlassian Access walkthroughs that I've been doing. So if you have been following along or you want to learn more about Atlassian Access, I've got a full series on how to set that up.
That's awesome. I think it's amazing that you're doing these tutorials. They're super helpful. I already saw them on the community and I commented that liked on them. I think that these specific like permissions and access setups are really hard to do. So doing these like nice walkthroughs always helps. And that's about it for the news about Atlassian. Thank you, Jimmy, for joining us today. It was great having you here. I hope you enjoyed Monday Coffee with Jexo, whether you're watching us live or recorded later. Just a reminder, links for all the topics that we discussed today are in the description, so don't forget to check them out. We are live today on the Twitter Spaces at 6 p.m. UK time to discuss this week's news in more details, so don't forget to follow Jexo on Twitter and join us. Have a great week.
Thanks for stopping by.